And now, a message from Trevor Turner, former MCD Public Policy Director.
Hello, Minnesota. My name is Trevor Turner, and I'm a white male wearing a blue sweater and a tie. I'm the former Public Policy Director for the Minnesota Council on Disability. It was an incredible honor to serve Minnesotans with disabilities for the past 4.5 years. As many of you may know, prior to my time with MCD, I worked in international development, serving people with disabilities in diverse communities around the globe. I now have the opportunity to go back to that work advocating for hearing healthcare for people with hearing loss like me all around the world. But I have to say, it is a bittersweet feeling going back to the work I love, but leaving the incredible work I have done with the disability community in Minnesota. While I'm continuing to be an advocate for people with disabilities, working in state government holds a very special place in my heart. The biggest lesson that I have learned, and something I want to talk about that has been at the core of my work at MCD, is the importance of people with disabilities serving in government, shaping the policies that affect all of our lives. When I first assumed this role, I knew that disability advocacy in government wasn't just important, it was essential. Policies are being written every day that impact our access to healthcare, education, employment, transportation, and community living. And too often, these decisions are made without any Minnesotans with disabilities in the room. That's why I've been so passionate about this work, because when people with disabilities lead, when we serve in government, when we advocate, we change the conversation. We bring lived experience, we bring expertise, and we bring a perspective that is far too often missing. It is not enough for the experiences of people with disabilities to be acknowledged by state leaders. We need a seat at the governing table. I know that government work, whether in advocacy, public service, or policy, can sometimes feel intimidating. Many of us grow up in a world that tells us we don't belong in these spaces, that leadership is for someone else. But I'm here to tell you, we not only belong, we should lead. Not only is leadership from public servants with disabilities good for this disability community, it benefits everyone. The unique perspective of empathy, adversity, and compassion that so many people with disabilities have makes for incredible and effective government leaders. And there are so many ways to get involved in government. Maybe you want to work in a state agency, advising on policy or pushing for better laws. Maybe you want to serve on a local commission, helping your city or county make decisions that include the disability community. Maybe you want to run for office yourself. Or maybe your role is showing up at the Capitol, testifying, telling your story, making sure our elected officials hear directly from the people their decisions impact. Whatever way you can serve in government, do it. Rise up, speak out, and lead. Because your experience is powerful. And when we show up, we don't just advocate for ourselves, we make things better for the entire state. I've seen firsthand how change happens. I've seen bills passed because people with disabilities showed up and demanded action. I've seen policy shifts because we made it clear that access, equity, and inclusion are non-negotiable. As a community, we always say, nothing about us without us. But perhaps it's time to start saying, if it's about us, it's led by us. So I want to end by saying thank you. Thank you to my colleagues at MCD, to the disability advocates, elected officials, and to every person who has ever written an email, made a call, testified at a hearing, or simply spoken up for what's right. Your work matters so much to me. And let's make sure that every space, every decision-making table, every policy discussion about us is led by us. Thank you.